As the US president is preparing to visit China for the first time in his current term, that's Trump 2.0, US and Chinese negotiators are working on key issues that perhaps could shape the future of the US-China trade relationship. From semiconductors to farm products, the two economic giants are looking to make progress on several fronts. In this next report, we'll dive into what's on the table ahead of Trump's April summit in Beijing. More in this next report. Short break after that. Stay with us. This is WION. I'm Shivan.
As trade tensions between the US and China simmer, both sides are gearing up for another round of talks ahead of President Trump's highly anticipated trip to Beijing this spring. The discussions are expected to focus on two key areas: semiconductors and agriculture. In particular, easing restrictions on semiconductor exports from the US to China could help smooth relations in the technology sector. In 2023, China's semiconductor industry was valued at $180 billion. But the US placed significant restrictions on the export of advanced AI chips to China, a move aimed at limiting China's technological rise. Negotiators are eyeing a possible deal to relax some of these curbs, which could open new markets for American chip makers like Nvidia and Intel. But it's not just high-tech that is on the agenda. Agriculture will also take the center stage. Analysts believe that soybean and pork exports could be a major bargaining chip. In 2022, US agricultural exports to China were worth around $30 billion, with soybeans making up nearly a quarter of that total. China is the world's largest importer of soybeans, and American farmers have been hoping for a boost in sales after China imposed tariffs on US farm products during the trade war. In fact, soybean exports to China fell from $12.1 billion in 2017 to $9.1 billion in 2022. But with tariffs easing, there is a hope for a rebound. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent recently confirmed that the groundwork for an April summit in Beijing is in place. This would be Trump's first visit to China since 2017. But US Trade Representative Jamieson Greer said that more talks are likely to take place before any final agreements are reached. The two sides will also have to address a ticking clock, the 2025 truce agreement, which was designed to reduce trade tensions and impose tariffs set to expire later this year. Both countries might discuss how to extend or replace the agreement, with China seeking a longer-term framework. The trade deficit between the US and China stood at more than $400 billion in 2022. And while progress has been made in reducing tariffs, the two sides still face significant hurdles on issues like intellectual property rights and market access. But as both sides prepare for these talks, economists urge caution. As President Trump prepares to head to China, the world is watching to see if these pre-summit discussions will lead to meaningful progress or if the complex relationship will continue to experience ups and downs. Business Bureau WION, World is One.